this is Courtney, and for those of you who haven't seen my previous videos, I am a new Beachbody coach who started the 21-day fix while 25 weeks pregnant. I just completed week 2, and so far things are becoming a lot more normal, even though this week we have had our ups and downs. This week I tried the 21-day fix app, and I'm not a technology person by any means, but my husband loved it. He used it and it worked great for him. Personally, I'm a paper person, and I'm going to go back to printing out the little plan where I can mark it off. I forgot to plug in my food a lot, but what kept me on track was the fact that I had my basic structure that I talked about in week 1, and that kind of kept me on track all week. The basic structure really did help make grocery shopping a whole lot easier because we had our basic variety that we had for each container that we could just put on the list, and we could just add variety each week by what we were craving. If you remember last week, I had a lot of brain fog, and so I added an extra blue container, which is fats, and this week it made a big difference. It helped my mental clarity a ton. As far as cravings go, that cauliflower pizza that we talked about making was awesome, and it just hit the spot. We really aren't denying ourselves anything when it comes to cravings. We're just finding a way to make it fixed approved. Our favorite find this week was chocolate Shakeology mug cake. I'll post the recipe for that on my Facebook page. It's only 1.5 red containers, and it is delicious. My biggest struggle this week was getting enough sleep. I would lay my head down at night, and even though I was waking up 2.5 hours earlier, I would just lay there. I couldn't sleep, and I pretty much just had pregnancy insomnia all week. But every morning I still got up and got it done, even if I did need a nap an hour later every day. This week for vegetables, we have baby carrots, and I sliced up some vine tomatoes and some red onion. We also got another spaghetti squash. It's a favorite here. For fruit this week, we got apples, and we're going to try and slice up this pineapple. For our proteins this week, we got yogurt, we have our Shakeology, we got farm fresh eggs, turkey bacon, and we had some leftover ground beef that we made our beef patties out of for our hamburgers. For our carbohydrates this week, we got pitas for our hamburgers, and we also got tortillas. For our healthy fats this week, we got avocado and Monterey Jack cheese to go on our hamburgers. We did not get anything new to go for our seeds and dressings this week because we already had plenty of leftovers. This week's craving is bacon cheeseburgers. This is totally my craving. We are substituting this and making it fix approved we got pitas, and we're just using half of those, and we got some ground beef to make our own patties in the red portion size, and we got some cheese, some turkey bacon, and some veggies to dress it all up. We also got our normal variety of food for each container because we've had a lot of success with this in the past, so we're just going to keep going with what works. If I can sum up this week's workouts in one word, it would be ouch. We did the 21-day fix extreme workouts, and if I can give you one piece of advice, it would be to stretch for at least 15 minutes after your workout. They do have a warm-up on the video, but you need to stretch outside of that. It's not long enough. So we did the first one, the first day, which was plyo, and while it was a challenge, it wasn't nearly as intense as I thought it was going to be. And so I wasn't really prepared when I woke up the next morning, and my entire body hurt, like really, really, really bad. And the first entire 3 days were extremely sore. So please do that stretching. Following the modifier worked extremely well for most of the workouts. except for Pilates, which was on Wednesday. They had some exercises on the back and they had exercises when you were laying on your belly. For the exercises that they did on the back, I simply did the workout for about 30 seconds and then I rolled to my side for a few seconds before rolling back and trying more. For the workouts on the stomach, I can't do those at all, so I just stretched during that time that they did those workouts. After all week of not sleeping well, Friday I woke up and I felt absolutely horrible, but I decided that I was going to get up and do that cardio workout anyways. We got about 15 minutes into the video and I started to feel crampy. And just like I said last week that I was going to do, I stopped, I hydrated, and I just called it a loss for the day. I felt really disappointed in myself and just kind of down about it because I felt like my body could keep going, but it was just my little baby that was deciding that I shouldn't keep going. My little boy came out and asked me if I could cuddle with him for a little bit, and of course I said yes. And a few minutes later, after laying down with him, I got up and he asked me why I was getting up, and I told him I had to make him and Daddy breakfast, and he asked me, well, what are you doing for you? My husband chimed in and agreed, and it was really a reminder to take care of yourself and don't get down by what you couldn't do today, because tomorrow you have the opportunity to do so much more. Saturday we took a break and we went on a family hike for about an hour, and I found that even though I haven't been doing my walks this week, my back pain that I was complaining about last week is gone. Please join me next week when I'm going to be going over week 3 of the 21-day fix. What about you? What do you do to satisfy a craving in a really healthy way? Got any good recipes? Let me know in the comments or head on over to my Facebook page. The link is in the description below.